everybody, and welcome to Mom's Vlog 80. Today we are doing last week's episode of The Walking Dead Season 5, Episode 7. And so we are going to get right into it, and hopefully you guys enjoyed today. Here we go.
First off, we want to talk about how disappointed we were that they did not show Daryl when he came out of the woods. Who came out with him? Right. Come on.
Right, they're letting that linger. They're making people have anxiety over it, like me.
I'll tell you what, Abraham's knees must be really hurting.
What? How long was he sitting out there? I mean, he just like totally froze and he just wouldn't move anymore. And I love how Maggie came up to him and told him to get over himself.
Well, that was long after she pointed the gun at his face.
True.
And of course, now we have to jump ahead a little bit because Noah's already there and they're already having a plan and they've already left to go to the hospital.
To rescue Beth.
And sure enough, Rick's got a plan, and lo and behold, Theresa again can come up with another way that doesn't involve killing. What's up with him and not being able to kill in the zombie apocalypse? I was very impressed. Carl had an epic speech to the priest.
Carl's growing up really fast.
That was a pretty epic
I just
speech.
remember him being a scared little boy in the very first season and how quickly he had to grow up and become an adult, and now he's the one that's kind of leading the pack, at least half the pack. You know, he's making some of the calls, and so I'm looking forward to seeing what other kind of leadership roles Carl does take.
Now, probably the question of the day, what was Dawn doing giving Beth the key?
Seriously, she confused me at first. If you watched last week's video, I was like, Dawn is so evil. She's so mean. What is up with her? And then she turns around and gives Beth the key. That was a total shock to me. That was a total surprise. And I wasn't expecting Dawn, the police officer, to give Beth the key to help her escape or help her give the woman medicine. What was behind that? What's the point behind that? There's something up. It sounds very suspicious to me, like she's setting Beth up for something bad. Through the last couple episodes, she seems that conniving, you know, to be that kind of person, very sneaky and mean. So,
you know what would be really cool? You guys leave your comments down below if you trust the Apocalypse water filter. I mean, wow, who would ever thought ripping a shirt and sticking it in a water bottle, popping a hole in it and then letting it drip out? It's a long process, but do you really think that that would be a water filter?
Well, it's probably cleaner than 90% of the water that's out there right now in the apocalypse, because I think it would be better than toilet water, don't you think?
Well, it depends what toilet you're drinking out of.
That, and also on how much of a boiling you do with the water.
So Mel, let's talk about the zombies this episode.
Wow, you guys, I am super amazed on how great the zombies turned out this episode. They were very gory, they looked real, and they looked very bloody and gory, and that was the zombies. This episode was just absolutely amazing. The makeup artist did an amazing job.
Yes, and it was so real when Daryl was sticking his fingers into the zombie.
That was so gross. I had to
he really beat a man with an ugly stick.
Or we beat an ugly man with an uglier stick. I don't know, but yeah, those zombies were amazing, and that would boost up my rating points because of those. What's up?
You guys are never gonna believe what Tara found. Well, you're not gonna believe it because they never told you what was in that backpack. It was that important. It almost looked like a grenade, but was it a grenade? Was it not? Could have been chewing gum. Could have been a muddy pack of cigarettes. We do not know because they did not tell us.
What's up with that? Yeah, secrets, Walking Dead people, secrets. We don't like secrets.
And please, do you know Tell us if you do know, which I'm not sure you know, but I would like to know if you do know. What in the world was Gabriel doing scrubbing what appears to be blood on the...
He was scratching the ground first with his nails, right?
Well, yes, but then he started scrubbing.
He spit in his hand and started
why
scrubbing.
would he do that if he's trying to escape? He's, you know, he fakes the sickness. He goes in, he takes the machete, starts pulling up boards, and then leaves.
Let me tell you something about Gabriel. Is he, or let me ask you, is he really a coward, or does he have something up his sleeve? He just seems extremely sneaky to me that he led these people into the church. And then if you think about all these people that were left out of the church that wanted to kill him, that they said that he was going to die for what he did. So I can't figure out whether he's just being an extreme coward and he's just running from having to kill zombies and he'd just rather not kill zombies, or he is, you know, have something up his sleeve. Is this the end of Gabriel? Are we going to see him again?
Well, tell me, Mel, do you think Carol heard Beth?
Good question. Do you guys think, leave in the comments down below, do you guys think that Carol
Was
heard
conscious enough?
Beth? Yeah, was she awake enough to know and hear that Beth was there? I, in my opinion, think that Carol may have heard her. And so Carol, in her head, even though she can't respond, is plotting a revenge. I don't know.
Which may not matter if she's going to be the one to die in the mid-season finale.
No. Carol can't die. No. Please, no. Don't let Carol die.
I don't care he's awake. Not that I want another person to succumb to the zombie walker virus. But...
Do you think they're still going to go to Washington regardless of what Eugene had stated?
There probably is no Washington.
Do you think they're still going to try anyway? Or do you think they're just going to find a new story to follow?
They better not leave the gang.
Well, I think the gang's going to get back together. I really believe the gang
somehow, some way.
Together. Yeah, the gang is the gang. I mean, that's the group. You can't just split the group for long. They always end up together somehow.
Before we give this week's review, I have to say, Bob, you punk. Melody called it from the get-go when we were watching the episode. What did you say?
During the episode, I sat there and told Ronnie, I said, I bet you that Bob is faking it just to get out of it peacefully. Or I just said there's something up in his sleeve. He seems very suspicious to me. And he's making everybody let their guard down to try to make them trust him. And I'm like...
And even Noah said he's one of the good ones.
Yeah, it just doesn't seem right. And that makes me think, is Noah really with him or against them? You know, because he said that. So maybe even Noah didn't know. But yeah, Bob, I knew and I called it that he was very suspicious on how he was going to do. And I was mad that he hit her in the head and ran.
Bob, I hope you die.
Yes, I hope as he's going back, a zombie gets him. We'll see how that goes. So for today's rating for last week's episode, we are going to give this episode a rating out of 1 through 10, 10 being the best, 1 being the worst. We are going to do...
a 9.
9. The zombies were amazing. I loved the makeup and the way the zombies looked, and the ones that are just crawling on the ground halfway eaten, or, you know, pretty much skeletal kind of zombies. I love the plots that we had. I love that Beth is getting revenge. She's trying to get revenge. And I like the way how the story went this week. So we're giving it a 9 out of 10. So yes. Good job, Walking Dead. We loved this episode.
The zombies sold it, even though we didn't get to see Daryl, who came out with of the woods with him, and still have not seen Morgan.
All right, that's it for this week's episode. Please watch next week. Please subscribe. We do daily vlogs, and we will continue on doing our reviews for The Walking Dead.
A thorough mid-season finale.
Yes. We'll see you guys next time. Ciao.